Functions in Rust are start with fn keyword, and main function is a special function that is the entry point of project or program. Rust uses snake case for its naming conventions. Functions can be statements or expressions. Statements does not return anything, whereas expressions returns result. Scope blocks can be an expression. A parameterized function must be declare data type for each of its parameter. Functions with return value must declare their return type next to the function signature, that is with an arrow mark. Use return keyword to return a value as function result. We can return a result by specifying a result variable without semicolon at the last line of function. Function arguments are the real values passed to the function. Function parameter are the variable name which is in the function signature. Parameters are initialized to the values by the arguments supplied to the function. A const function is a function that is permitted to call from a constant context. It always returns the same result. All instance methods are static functions. We will explore it in our future videos. Functions can be conditionally compiled based on target OS, architecture, family and features using CFG method or CFG attribute method or both. Let us see it in action. In this section we will see about functions in Rust. For that I create part 6 section in our chapter 3 project. Now I create part 6 folder. Within that I create mod.rs and link this part 6 mod.rs to lib.rs. Now let us create a file type module functions and link this module to mod.rs, that is part 6 module. And within that I create a function with name functions. And call this function from main.rs and run the project. Yes, we got the display from our function. Now I create a function inside another function with name inside fun and call this inside fun from the outside function. Yes, in Rust we can create function anywhere. Here I create function within another function. After running the project, all works good. Now let us create another one function with parameter inside the outer function and add the print for the parameter which we passed. Now call this parameterized function with arguments from outside function. Now run it and see we have got the results as expected. Now let me create a function outside of outer function but within this module. And call this outside function. This is an usual function definition and its calling type. And also we can have functions with return value. The function return value may be any Rust valid type. Here I return the result using return keyword, but this is not the correct way in Rust. So I comment the two lines and here I simply write params times 10 without semicolon. This is the Rust way to return the value. If we not add the semicolon and if it is the last line of the function, then that is the return value and the Rust compiler will do the magic. Okay, now let us call this funReturns function. For that I create arg1 with value 5 and in line 17 I assign the function to the variable fn1. This is called function pointer. This is one of the Rust primary type. Now I call the function using function pointer with argument from within println macro and print the result. Now let me run the project and see the result fun that returns 50. And if we use the traditional way of returning value from function, that also works good. And next is the expression block. We can assign a block to variable and that block can return value. If a block returns a value means then the corresponding closing bracket should end with semicolon. This is the normal block with statements. It does not return anything and also it does not need to end with semicolon. In the expression block, the last line without semicolon is the return statement. Let us run the project and see the results from expression block. Okay, let me create another one expression block without return value. See, it has semicolon at the end of line, so it returns a unit type. It is not implements display trait, so we have to add a debug symbol to print that. See the output. It's a unit type. And this is the structure of this module. It has one public function and two functions inside of outer function and two more functions on outside. And also we already learned about constant function. It's a compile time function which always returns the same value. Not only we can create a function inside another function, but also we can create a function inside a main function. Let us create it. Here I create a function sum odd numbers inside main function with some logic and returns the result accumulator at the last line without semicolon. Here I used for loop to repeatedly add odd numbers, and we can find odd numbers using simple logic and call the function sum odd numbers with argument 9. This 9 is exclusive and print the result and run the project. We got the result. Thank you.